Okay, welcome back to another Total OS Today live event. September 27th already, yeah. 2017 for this warm Ohio evening. I think it hit 90 today, or almost 90. Unusual for this time of year. Not complaining because it's better than shoveling snow. Okay, so we'll wait for some people to join in on the live chat. This was unscheduled. I do have something scheduled for this Friday at 7 p.m. I do believe, unless something else happens, or if something happens. Hopefully nothing will happen. So for tonight, a Comments Corner. It's been a while since I've done a Comments Corner. This is where I comment on some of your comments. I stress some, there's just too many to reply in one clip to all of them, but I do my best at least to type in responses. Okay, let's see. Looks like everything looks good on my end, so just waiting for some people to mosey in the chat room. I hope somebody does. Music is by Silent Partner from the YouTube audio library. Of course, if you miss any of these, you can replay this back on YouTube, or you can download some of the previous live events audio file from the TOS Today Patreon page if you would like to support the channel. And there are some other links below in the show notes. This will not be a long one for this evening. I'm actually watching a little bit of TV as I do this. Alright, so I got everything set here. I think we'll get started, and if anybody chimes in the live chat, please do stop by and say hello. So before, well, let's do this. Let's go ahead and transition here so you guys can see what I'm doing. There we go. I like the background music. It's soothing, isn't it? I think so. Alright, let's go to your comments on some random videos, and anybody chimes in, stops by, please do stop by and say hello at least. Let's go to our Comments Corner. This is from the first one. It's from Jeremy Cheatham. I think I said that right. This is from the, there's an airline called EasyJet that wants to have electric planes, passenger planes, in 10 years. He says, believe it or not, I've never flown, and that has nothing to do with my fear of heights, just never had the flyer miles. They can certainly add up. I love something like this. With time it could mean cheaper flights, less emissions, and possibly future advancements in batteries as a whole. Jeremy, I would tend to agree. Of course, I had to crack a joke. Does anybody just have a spare charger or two, just in case you'll need it on the flight? And it won't be for your phone, will it? Willem from, I think he's from Denmark. I think. He says, haha, yeah, that's a big step forward. Thanks, Toss. Oh, man. It is a big step forward, and I'll believe it when I see it. Okay, the next comment is from the Star Trek Discovery that just aired last weekend. We have Ben Fitzpatrick in the house. Welcome to this Comments Corner. Alright, let's move on. So, Charlie says, good day, concerning the Star Trek Discovery. I didn't like it. Now, this was a rather long comment. I shortened it just a little bit. He says, I didn't like it. The first 2 episodes is a show about Star Trek without Enterprise or the ship name in the show. I think the show takes place 10 years before the original series. Set lighting was too dark in the ship, dark blue tint filter. I guess it was a little bit dark, wasn't it? Let's see, I was surprised the Vulcan first officer without Vulcan ears would actually be a couple with the captain. Yeah, I noticed that too. Transporter is bad. WTF. I don't trying to think where that was. It spots the unicorn, white, straight male human, no sick bay or engineering. Well, we don't know that yet, right? Whole room is based around Captain. First off, the tall girl's blouse that can detect death. Spoiler, stuff the Prime Directive. Let's start shooting at the planet's core for water and change the outcome of a planet. She jetpacks out instead of a shuttle. She goes alone instead of at least one person. They can't drive out and check it out. Why? I think I replied, I guess you didn't like it, Charlie, did you? Well, Star Trek Discovery is different. They believe they killed off the main character, the first captain in the second episode, Michelle Yeoh, and I kind of like that character. I think that was my favorite character. So it kind of changed things for me. I don't know if I'll be watching it anymore. Yeah, just my personal thought. But I have a feeling that this will have mixed reviews. I believe this is on CBS All Access, Star Trek Discovery, for $6 a month. Ben, what do you think about this? Okay, Rose replied, the Star Trek new series is okay overall. The Klingons so far did not impress me very much. Perhaps it will get better over time. I did not like the Klingon ships or how the Klingons look. Yeah, the Klingons did look differently, didn't they? The Federation, I do like the, she says, I do like Federation uniforms, but the uniforms belong way in the future timeline of Star Trek. The script storyline was okay, but needs serious improvement. It was bubblegum at times. I didn't have problems with the story. I had problems with them killing off Michelle Yeoh. There's a spoiler, so sorry about that. Okay, this next one is from Don McCullough. This is from Linux, Android phones, lifespans, something like that. Fortunately, TOS, most Androids get only a couple years of support. They come with the base OS, such as 4.4, and get 1 or 2 more letter updates. If you're lucky, it's 2. Seems that way. Not as lucky is only 1. If you're bad luck incarnate, you get no updates of any kind. Yeah, I think my HTC Max is 4.4. That was it. I got 0 updates. Typically, flagships get higher priority than the rest of the models from the OEM. Well, the HTC Max, I believe, was a flagship phone, but I guess it didn't matter. Nexus used to be the way to go before Google Alphabet gave them the axe in favor of the Android Silver program, now called Pixel. Pixel phones, I believe, are okay. I'm hoping the coming Android One phones revive the Nexus philosophy of a flagship-like hardware, the latest software, like Nexus Pixel, that cheap price under $400. Yeah, I mean, if you're buying a true Google or Android phone like Nexus or Pixel or what, the Android One, I think the Nokias are going to be that way too. I can't remember. But that would be the safe bet for future updates and upgrades. But I'm disappointed with HTC. Alright, let's do a few more of these. This is from Snattail1. Thomas Reynolds in the house. Hello, welcome to this comments corner. Okay, this is concerning Ubuntu. All trolling aside, why do you Ubuntu guys in your situation pretend like you switch distros? You were running Ubuntu before, now you simply switch DEs. Well, part of it, I know in the Ubuntu world, you like to call them flavors rather than just hitting a command line and installing the other DE in 10 minutes. That's gonna mess up your system. But again, why? No issue you had was specific to the DE. Was Ubuntu underneath. You are aware you can have more than one DE. Okay, this was from the Ubuntu 16.04 that was released with a very bad bug in the file manager that deleted my files. Luckily, I back everything up. That Ubuntu, I think it's that should never have been released with that severe bug. I mean, yeah, I boot into my system and my files were gone. Anyway, that had a lot more to do than just the desktop environment. There was some bad with that. Excuse me. Anyway, that's my thought on that. Okay, Levi Guiney. I hope I say that right. Honestly, I personally feel that dropping Unity was a final nail in the coffin for Ubuntu. I actually really like Unity, and for me that was pretty much the only reason I would consider using stock Ubuntu. As stated in the video, Unity made Ubuntu. Yeah, it was special, I thought. To a certain extent, Linux easily recognizable at a glance. That's something other distros don't really have. Okay. I'm back. Had to step aside for a moment. Where was I? Okay, so basically, if I wanted to use GNOME 3, Levi says I would use Fedora. I truly see no reason for me to use Ubuntu now that Unity is gone. Well, I'm not a big fan of GNOME 3 for beginners. Yeah, so I'll probably test Ubuntu with GNOME, but can't really recommend it for beginners, at least not yet. Merry Melodies fan is in the house. How are you? You miss using Ubuntu? I'm gonna miss. I mean, Unity will live on by other, developers who want to use it, or fork it, or yeah, offshoot it, or whatever you want to call it. But for me, Ubuntu without Unity, it is gone, in my opinion. And that's how I feel about that. But we'll see what happens. Alright, so yeah, this was just a few comments corner. If you missed any of this, of course, you can replay this back. Thomas Reynolds says, I still have not been able to load Linux on the desktop yet. Really? Which Linux distro did you try, Thomas? Finally, I've given up on it. Might try the laptop. Well, the user-friendly ones that I recommend, usually not an issue, Thomas. Linux Mint, Ubuntu Mate, just to name a few. Peppermint OS. Yeah, I don't know why you're having issues with that. Hey Mary, what's up? Merry Melodies. Yeah, I don't know which Linux distributions you were trying, Thomas, but that's weird that it will not load. Or are you using Ubuntu based or something else? May want to check the forums also. Alright, so that's all I have for these comments. Haven't tried Manta. I'm not familiar with Manta, Thomas. No. Make sure when you download the whatever Linux distro you are downloading, make sure that the download is not corrupted. Check the MD5 for a corrupted download. If it's corrupted, you're probably going to have issues. But that's the only thing I could think of. Alright, 16.04 Ubuntu. And make sure that it is that the download is not corrupted. That's the only thing I could think of. You can check the forums also, but if it's, I'm assuming it's installing, or it's not even installing, or you installed it but it won't boot. Yeah, it sounds like a corrupted download if I had to guess, so I don't know. But that's odd. Yeah, 16.04, I had it. I had no issues installing it in 2 machines with Unity. So I'm not sure why it's not being able to load. But yeah, my guess is a corrupted download. So check the MD5 and make sure that's okay. If the download is corrupted, I would not install it. Though it's possible to have a downloaded file or downloaded ISO with a that is corrupted and still be able to install it. But you may run into issues later. But that's my guess, Thomas. A corrupted download. Okay, so that's all I have for this one. Let's go into a quick Google technology check the news here real quick, and then we'll call it a night. It will not complete the install. I have tried older versions that I've installed before I went to the i7. That is odd. Yeah, it sounds like your machine is fast enough. I don't know. So, once again, it sounds like a corrupted download, but that's all I can think of right now, Thomas. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Amazon wants you to wake up with Alexa. That's just the start. Okay. Looks like some Alexa news. I'm sure you guys can see this headline. The Apple Watch Series 3 review. LTE comes with high monetary and mental costs. Oh man. I'm not even going to click that. That is not encouraging, to say the least. You think the Sandy Bridge might be the problem. Okay. Let's see here. Essential has just sold 5,000 phones in a month. Okay. Something new. October's free games with gold for Xbox One. Yeah, Merry Melodies fan is laughing. Yeah. Mental costs with the Apple iWatch. With the Apple Watch. Self-driving car guru forms God-bot religion. I may want to save these for the live news and nonsense I'm doing Friday night at 7 p.m. Eastern. Some of these are funny titles. Huh. Faster and even more minimalist. Firefox Quantum makes Chrome look old. Really? Gotta click that one. Let's see. Firefox has been playing catch-up ever since Google's Chrome captured the desktop and mobile markets with its blend of functionality and speed. Now Mozilla is aiming to leapfrog its competitors with Firefox Quantum. An update to the bones of Firefox that focuses on how browsers will work with future devices. We went hands-on with Quantum to see if Google has reason to worry. One of the first things you might notice when you fire up Firefox Quantum is the new logo. It's livelier than it used to be. A bit more colorful. And a lot more modern, like the browser itself. Quantum feels like a modern browser should. This is a slick and modern looking browser. Not the old school. Well, it seems promising. Let's see. Thanks to Project Photon. That sounds like something out of Star Trek. Firefox Quantum feels a bit more intuitive than other browsers. Okay. A game of cores. To do that, Firefox Quantum is the first web browser that actively taps into the power of your computer's multi-core processor. Interesting. Beating Chrome on speed tests. Okay, let's just browse to this real quick. Should you jump aboard the good ship Quantum, aside from the cute cartoons and the sharp UI, Firefox Quantum is at its heart still Firefox. That means you're never going to have quite the same level of Google integration you get from Chrome. I don't know. Let's see. We'll be able to grab it November 14. Dennis is in the house. Welcome. I guess there is a beta. I like the name, Firefox. Firefox? Yeah, Firefox, not Firefax. Let's see what beta versions are there. Let's see. Developer, nightly. It's a Tarbiz, never mind. I don't want to mess with that. So, okay, so Firefox Quantum, there you go. Interesting. We'll see what happens. Okay, so that's all I have for that. Yes, it launches in November. That is true. Firefox Quantum makes Chrome look old. Interesting. I don't know. I may have to try it on Windows instead of Linux. Not that it makes much difference, probably. I don't know. Yeah, I would agree that once Chrome came out, it's taken the luster out of Firefox. Well, for one thing, it's faster, especially in Linux, for better, for worse. So, anyway. Where are we? So yeah, can I join the news and nonsense show? Are you available? Ben, we'll have to do it probably on Hangouts. Just to keep it simple as far as that goes. Maybe. So I'll see how it goes Friday. I think I have it scheduled for 7 p.m. I think this Friday. But yeah, I don't have a problem with that, Ben. Yeah, so I'll have to see how things go this Friday. Well, that's my look at the Firefox Quantum. I like the name. Sounds like something out of Star Trek. Okay, so that's it for this quickie comments corner and some news items. Once again, the music is from the YouTube audio library. And playing mainly Silent Partner. Free download from the YouTube audio library. So, okay, so I'm going to wrap this up. If I didn't get to your comments, again, there's a lot of comments on the channel. I just picked out the ones, I think the last 7 days, and even one from before, just to keep this short. So. Everybody have a good evening, and I hope to catch you on the next, on the next live feed scheduled for this Friday. Everybody have a good evening. Take care.